Hello everybody, Wild Tracker here, and welcome to another episode on the new Eriador server. Yes, we are back playing some 1.9 Minecraft on new Eriador. So I'm down here. I've just finished this tunnel. I've been working hard, and it's just another part of the cache that I'm about to set live actually, because I've just finished it. Awesomely. Lots of work. It's taken me a couple of weeks really of digging and tunneling and setting traps and redstoning and all sorts of good things. So yeah, and a few surprises. So you ain't going to see them this time, I'm afraid. So what I'm going to do, going to set it live. I'm going to tell the guys on New Eriador and give them a chance to have a play of this. And the next episode we're going to do a tour of this. We're going to have a look at all the redstone behind it. We're going to have a look at the mechanics and everything else on it, but not today. So yeah, but I just thought I'd introduce it because this cache will now be live. So we're going to go up to the top, back over to Spawn Town, and we're going to set it live. And here it is, guys, the final cache. Yes, this is not so hidden, but they got to find it first. So yeah, that's the thing. And look at all that loot. Look at all that lovely loot. So yeah, logbook, cache in there, diamond block, and some other goodies. Find it if you can, guys. So here is the cache book, Lara's Tomb. Cache type, puzzle, cache difficulty, hard. I was debating whether they'll call this very hard or hard, but I'm going to stick with hard, even though there's a few surprises and yeah. So basically this is a puzzle cache, which means you will need to solve a few things to find the cache. Some hidden doors and some parkour. So yeah, it's not quite so straightforward as going straight to the cache. You've got to go to the first location and then that's going to lead you to the cache, shall we say. Okay, to claim this cache, you must not place or break any blocks or items. Very important. Treat it as a map. You do not break anything, place anything. You've got to solve the puzzles without breaking your way through. In other words, do not cheat. There's also a good chance you may die, so only take your basic needs for the journey, i.e. food, armor, bow, arrows, shield, sword, and swaps. You will probably need all of those things, so make sure you do take them. Okay, to find the cache you will need to find the Tomb of Lara. But it's not as easy as that. It was lost centuries ago. History tells us that there is access to the tombs, or to the lost tombs, via a pond. But even if you find the entrance, you will have to traverse a dangerous labyrinth of tunnels, find the secret doors, and fight your way through the Cave of Lost Souls. Good luck, and be warned, once you start your journey, there is no way back. It's one way. And that literally means it's one way, because once you go in, yeah, you can't physically get back out again. Clues should you need it, there it is. Not going to dwell on that. Yeah, so that's it. We are going to sign that. We're going to call it Tomb of Lara. That'll do. Sign it, and we're going to put it in this one here because it's puzzle caches. So brand new cache. I hope you guys enjoy it in terms of on the server. Go and have fun with it, and make sure you go and check out other people's videos, because if they're going to go and do it, it'll be quite fun and entertaining, I think, to watch them how they do it and how they get on. So be sure to check the list below. Watch out for the guys doing that. Subscribe to them, and then you'll know when the video comes up. And then in about a week's time, we're probably going to post a video showing the ins and outs of the actual cache. And all the different various locations where they are and all that sort of thing. So cool. But that's not what we're doing on today's episode. Today's episode we're going to go and sleep. But we've got something else planned, and I'm going to be doing it over at our base where the spider spawner is. So here it is, guys. Yeah, very, very simple fishing farm. This is actually a design done by Panda 4994. It was done quite a long time ago in version 1.7. Still works in 1.9, and I've gone for this over the top of his new 1.9 version. There's a simpler version to make, which is done in a sort of little V shape, and you kind of fish up in the air like that, and yeah, it's a nice little design, but it is a little bit laggy on servers. I have tried it out, Not getting very good rates from it. This one I think we're going to get a little bit more rates from. I think this is the one that Chris built, WC Hamilton. So go and check out his video as well. You'll see he's got a fish farm. His is over in Spawn, but I believe he's going to take it away from there. But yeah, it's very, very simple concept, which is really, this is just here purely so I've got somewhere to store my fishing rod and I can keep it in there if I need to be, but it's just a block to lean against. We haven't got any need for an automatic fishing rod refilling system because this fishing rod has got mending on it. So yeah, and I do believe actually having lure 1 is better than lure 3 for getting the good loot. So I haven't tried that out yet. That's something we might try. But let me just show you how it works. We basically, here we've got a fence post, and underneath that fence post is a hopper. In fact, this hopper goes into that one, goes into that one, goes in that one, goes into this chest, so that's where everything ends up. We've purely got this pressure plate on here to stop the water coming out, and then there's a fish wire or a hook and wire going across there, and that's what triggers it when you sort of fire your fishing rod into it. And then the final component is this switch here. So this turns it on, as you can see, and what that is doing is creating a little redstone clock. And I'll just show you the wiring here quickly. So we've got going down to powering this redstone, coming down, so powering the block, powering this repeater into this block, into the redstone, into the torch. That's then coming up over this block, and then that's going through the block with the door. It's then carrying on down into a repeater here, going into this block, and that then goes into a torch tower. And all it's doing is looping it back over the top again, through that block, back down here. And so it's a little clock that's just basically, when you do this, you can see it there. I'm just repeating, and that just literally helps with the server. Because if you're on a server and you get a bit of server lag from client and that sort of thing, it helps. But yeah, it just means that there you go. And as soon as it's in there, you just keep right click down, or you as I will do, I will assign right click to a keyboard key, and I'll put something heavy on it, and it'll just AFK there until it actually gets a fish. So and it's going to be one of those that's going to take its time, isn't it? Because it's getting dark. There you go. Something came out then. Let's just turn this off a minute and go and sleep. Very good. And oh yeah, that was something I was going to tell you. If you notice down there, Freezer Pick just left the game. We've got another new member. Yeah, Freezer Pick. So he's a really cool guy. He's played on a few servers. I believe he was even on the SMP server. But yeah, he's a really cool builder, so go and check out his videos, because he's got some really cool builds on there, and he's already started something in Spawn, which I'm not going to show you, but it already looks awesome. So do go and check out his channel. That'll be really cool. Give him a warm welcome, say hello, go and leave a comment. Yeah, and he's back already, so that's cool. So I might go and have a chat to him later. But yeah, he's recently joined the server, so he's in addition to Dougie Doug. So both of those came out of the recent applications. So yeah, we decided to take him on as well, which is really, really cool. But that's it. That's the farm in its simple form. But it looks pretty ugly. But I wanted to build the farm because then we know how we're going to then sort of spruce this up. And I quite like the contrast between these blocks and these blocks. So yeah, I just need to really, so you know, kind of make it look pretty, I guess. Make it look very, very similar. We'll hide some of the blocks and yeah, all that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm going to pretty it up, and then we'll come back and we'll see how it looks. There it is, guys. I've disguised it as an industrial style sort of building, which is going to fit in with this area when we get it all finally sort of planned out. Yeah, so I want the exterior to sort of be different to the interior, because it's kind of got to fit into this area. So yeah, let's have a quick look inside. And as you'll see, there's a kind of safety cell, if you like, around this, because if you're AFKing here, you really don't want mobs getting you. They can get through corners of things, so I kind of built it as a safety cell inside, so if you're in here completely, then you know that's it. You're not going to be disturbed. No one can touch you. No one can knock you if they come into the building, and things like that. But they can see, oh, there's someone AFK in there, and then they can leave them to it, so to speak. So yeah, seems to work okay. I've not really tested it over any length of time, but I think I'm probably going to do that just to see what kind of results I get. I'm not expecting miracles. All the stuff comes down here. Sits in the bottom there, but seems to work okay. It's just a case of seeing how many drops we get, what kind of drops we get, and that sort of thing. And obviously, if it's raining, we get more. I've got a piece of glass there, and that goes up to the top, so we've got a clear view as well, because I believe it doubles the rates if it's got a transparent block above it and it can see the sky. And that's kind of hid underneath those bits over there. So yeah, pretty awesome. I like it. I think it fits in well with here, and it means we have got an AFK farm should we want to use it. But as I said, I don't see me using it that often. It's just a case if I've got a bit of spare time, maybe I'm doing some work and the computer's on, I can leave it there AFKing as well. So yeah, awesome. Right, I'm going to head back to spawn now, to the spawn town, because we've got a little gift over there, I do believe. Go and check out Chris's video, WC Hammer. He has just been absolutely mad building the warehouse over the new farm, and yeah, the amount of iron is used is absolutely phenomenal. I'm just going to get that crafting table. Every time I walk past, I see it there. There we go. Yeah, so he's been building this warehouse over there. He needed an absolute ton of iron, and I think I've donated probably... I'm trying to think now, because I did a couple of donations. I did an original 10 stacks of iron, which would be just over 1 stack of iron blocks. I've just done easily another stack, and yeah, so there's lots, and we'll go in the back entrance because there's a couple of spoilers over that way, which we want to avoid. And yeah, so we did a fair bit. So and we've also gave him a load of gold as well, because that enabled him then to swap the iron in the beacon for gold and then use the iron in all the hoppers. So I reckon we've probably given in excess of 2 stacks of iron blocks. Yeah, over 20 stacks of iron for sure. And equally, I think we gave him about 35, 40 gold blocks, something like that. So yeah, he's had a fair bit of stuff. Something I've been missing for a while is a mending book. Oh, that is so nice to have a mending book, and I'm going to be putting it on this pick here, but it's also got efficiency 4 with it as well, so we can make... It's not going to do it on that one. I'm going to do it on this one, sorry. Yeah, on my fortune pick. So we'll have a efficiency, fortune 5, unbreaking, and all that malarkey. We could put it, I guess. Did we have some tools? Not there, I think. And the ender chest is over on the other side. These are almost dead, and I don't think I can repair them. I think they might be too expensive, which means we won't be able to add books to them as well. But let's just check. Can we add that? But oh, 38. Ooh, so we could repair, but it's already efficiency 5 anyway. And I don't know, can we actually repair that? Let's just see if it's repairable. So, oh, it is repairable. So we'll probably end up repairing that one then. Yeah, and then we've just got a pick. Silk Touch one, is that repairable? Yes, that's definitely repairable, because we haven't used it very much. We only had 1 lot of use out of it. So both are repairable. We've also got a fortune one there. Sorry, that's the one we had. So we've also got a Silk Touch. And so that's a Silk Touch. And that's... I think it's going to have to go on the fortune one. I think that kind of makes sense, because then as we're mining, we're repairing as well. So that kind of makes sense to me. And then the next one we'll put onto a... Yeah, so let's see, how much is it going to cost to put onto this one here? Just 8. That's awesome. And that'll make Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 5, Fortune 3 with Mending. And we need... do we have enough iron to fix a new one of those? All my iron's gone. Where's all my gems? There they are. Yes, we do. So we only need half a stack. Oh, I've got a block there anyway. So, do we have any iron in here? I didn't give them everything. I wanted to keep some emergency. Yeah, so we've got a little bit in there as well. So let's just make that crafting table. So we want 2 of these blocks. Why did I say crafting table? I'm getting my words done up today, aren't I? We need to make this anvil to replace the other one, because we can't have that there like that. And it goes that way around. Cool, that's done. So we now have an awesome pick. Now, we need to sort a few things out, because, as I was saying, we don't want to be AFKing over here in town, because it causes problems with lightning and houses burning down. We've been quite lucky. We've only got a couple of tiny things. You might notice a block missing there. I noticed this earlier. Yes, we are missing a few things. In fact, we might be able to reach this from there. Boom. There we have it. So that's the one fix there. I know DC is missing a few blocks. Somebody's house is literally virtually burned down, and yeah, that's not so good. It's not so good. So we don't want to be AFKing over here, just because of that. More than anything else, if we can help it. And we're going to try and sort of be wary of thunderstorms. We've got so many of those horses now that were traps. It's just, you know, we don't need any. I've got 2 in there. There's a few lying around the back. People are just abandoning them. So you probably need neat investigation on that. It's not about our animals in here. It's about the animals out there getting abandoned with no home. At least these animals have got homes. But anyway, that's that done. The other thing I want to do is go and check something out, which could be interesting. So let's go and have a look over here at Rika's house, because she has something a little bit exciting. Hopefully we can find it. So let's go in here. What's in? Oh, and we found it straight away. Look, there's an iron golem. How exciting is that? Security. Okay, hello security. Donations. Ha 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 ha. Someone's left a cake. Where do we have? We'll sort out donations. Hopefully, Rika's got an ender chest in here. Let's have a look. I've never really explored this house in great value. I love the kitchen. That's beautiful. Lovely. You're missing a door, but oh, that's not a door. That's storage. Let's see down here, perhaps. Just want an ender chest, really. There must be one here. If not, I will have to go back. How can you have all this and no ender chest? It looks amazing, though. I do have to admit. Right, okay, there's no ender chest here, so we will make sure we leave a donation, because it would be rude not to. Nice office, yes. Nice chair. Out onto the balcony, I guess. Very nice house to live in. Posh student accommodation, I think they call it. Let's see, it was upstairs, wasn't it? I'm getting lost already, all the way upstairs, because it's not really the security we're after. Hey dude, you're opening the door. You're supposed to be security, and you're just leaving the door opening. I should hit you for that, but I won't, because you'll hit me back. Okay, but the pressure plates, don't stand on the pressure plates. You're letting people in. There's no telling these guys. Right, but this is what we're excited for. Free to trade villager. If you lock the trade, you need to trade as long as it takes to unlock the trades again. Donations are appreciated. Yes, and with this we can get paper for emeralds. We can get a Respiration 2 book. We can get a Smite 1 book, and we can get a Mending book. Oh yes, 20 emeralds. So as you can see, I have loaded myself up. I've used the micro farm over in the Skelly spawner underneath Petty's base and Skid's base, because we have this farmer. So the farmer trades 16 potatoes. That's not bad. Potatoes is quite good, and we've got pumpkins. Now the way I tend to trade with these guys is I will trade whatever I can until it locks, and you see that only took 4 to lock that. Now hopefully, yeah, so we see the sparkles, which means it's unlocked again, and that means we can go and trade more potatoes yet again, and hopefully not lock it, so it's locked up again. And now hopefully the particles will appear, and it does, it unlocks, and that's pretty awesome because, you know, farmers are one of those really fantastic ones, and I guess it's locked again, it is, that it's got lots of trades. So if it happened to not unlock, we've got all these other items. Now what have we got? Let's try a few. Well, the potatoes, we'll carry on with potatoes because we can unlock it then with other items, hopefully. So we've locked it again. So if this didn't unlock, but it did, we could then use something else to unlock it. So let's go for carrots this time. We've got 22 already. I'd like to get a couple of mending books at least. I need to go and get books and that to trade on it. So let me get some emeralds, and lovely, and then we'll come back and do some get some mending books, and hopefully we can apply them to our things. So there we have 4 mending books. Awesome. We've got a bit of extra left over. The farmer was getting a little bit hard to trade, and I ended up locking quite a few things. But as you can see here now, he's completely unlocked again. I had to buy some cake, buy some pumpkins, and buy some cookies, and even some bread. We eventually got them unlocked, so that's pretty cool. So I'm going to make some donations here, so you can have a block of diamonds. I think that is cheap comparison. You can have some cake, you can have some cookies, and you're not having a pumpkin pie. So but what I am going to do is I'm going to leave an ender chest. So you've got an ender chest there, should people want to come and use it, and encourage them to donate and give you freebies and gifts and things like that. And I was just going to check to see if this guy... No, he doesn't. So he doesn't actually do anything with the beetroot. So that's a bit of a shame. It's one of the plants he's missing, but I guess he was around before beetroot came out. But that's pretty awesome. So we can now go and apply this to some of our bits and bobs. It is so nice to have mending. I've put it on 3 bits of armor at the moment, as you can see, and these are fully healed because we went over to the XP farm, and yeah, we just need to put it on here as well, but we've got it on our boots. I protected the 2 important things, boots and helmet. But we've got prop 4 on everything, which is pretty awesome because I noticed in Exuma's video the other day that actually combining prop 4 throughout with feather falling actually increases the amount of feather falling you've got. So even without feather falling, prop 4 throughout reduces the amount of damage you get from falling, so we're just maxed out on that, which is pretty awesome. I couldn't do it to this Silk Touch pick because it's too expensive. However, I have my other Silk Touch pick, so I've renamed that Wild and Silky 2. And then that's got mending on it. So both my picks have got mending on it. My bow's got mending on it. My fishing rod's got mending on it. The only things we need to do are my leggings. We need to do a shovel, the axe, sword. Whether I use that one, we do have a looting sword, but I'd like a diamond looting sword, so we need to get one of those. The shield. Probably put it on the shield so that way it never actually runs out, and the elytra wings, definitely. So we need about 6 more books, so I'm going to carry on fishing anyway. Not that I'm really expecting to get the books, but more because, well, I need loot for these caches I'm doing, so this is a way of getting some loot for those and giving it to the rest of the guys on the server for having fun finding the caches. So most of this I'm probably just going to give away, but might as well make use of it. We've done it. I think it's pretty awesome. It works quite well. We've already got a few different sort of books out of it, like the Feather Falling 4. We've got those and a few other ones. So yeah, not too bad. So I will see you guys next time anyway, and we're going to go and do that awesome tour of the cache that we did. So come and join me then. Leave me a like on this video if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now. Bye bye. Bye. Bye.